जी और पूज्य आत्मतृप्तदास स्वामी जी के संबोधनों से साथ साथ वीडियो दर्शन के माध्यम से सेवा मनाय नमः। This evening when we collectively bow down in all humility to the spirit of service embodied by Guru Hari PramukhSwami Maharaj and Guru Hari Mahantswami Maharaj, let me remind all of us that as we celebrate the Janma Jayanti of Guru Hari Mahantswami Maharaj, in a way we are celebrating the life of PramukhSwami Maharaj. And as we sing the glories of PramukhSwami Maharaj, in a way we are singing the glories of Mahantswami Maharaj. You may ask me how and you may ask me why. The answer to this question was given to me by a complete stranger, a person who has not met PramukhSwami Maharaj or Mahantswami Maharaj, a person to whom I have not had the opportunity to introduce our Gurus to. Recently, a very high-ranking Arab officer from the office of the Supreme Commander of Abu Dhabi, he came to the Abu Dhabi Mandir, and when he saw the two images of PramukhSwami Maharaj and Mahantswami Maharaj side by side, and I re-emphasized the fact that I did not have the opportunity to introduce our Gurus to him, yet looking at PramukhSwami's image, he told me that he is very focused, he is very active, and he has created your entire organization. And then turning to the image of Mahantswami Maharaj, he said, he is very silent and he is very quiet, but he alone can sustain your organization. Totally different personalities, but the same spirit. I want to ask you that these were not just words, these were his feelings. Sometimes feelings overpower facts. And that's why today when we celebrate Mahantswami Maharaj, we are also commemorating PramukhSwami Maharaj. Another wise man, a great leader and a greater thinker, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, he said very quietly and shared his feelings that in the simple words of PramukhSwami Maharaj lies the essence of humanity. PramukhSwami Maharajના સરળ અને સાદા શબ્દોની અંદર માનવ માત્રનો સાર સમાઈ જાય છે. In the joy of others lies our own, in the good of others lies our own, in the progress of others lies our own. બીજાના ભલામાં આપણું ભલું છે, બીજાના સુખમાં આપણું સુખ છે અને બીજાની પ્રગતિની અંદર આપણી પ્રગતિ છે. And he always mentioned that PramukhSwami Maharaj not only said this, but his entire life, he lived and breathed for others. આ ખાલી PramukhSwami Maharajનું જીવન સૂત્ર નહોતું, પણ આ PramukhSwami Maharajના જીવન મંત્ર હતો. In 1950, when PramukhSwami Maharaj was appointed the spiritual president of BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha by his Guru Shastriji Maharaj, on that very day, on that same evening, PramukhSwami sat down to wash the dishes and utensils used by devotees. And when PramukhSwami Maharaj was asked, the Swami, on the day you became president, just imagine who would do this. On the day you became president, you washed the dirty dishes of devotees. કે બાપા જ્યારે તમને પ્રમુખ બનાવ્યા એ દિવસે તમે ભક્તોના એઠા વાસણ ધોયા. ત્યારે પ્રમુખ સ્વામી said કે શું પ્રમુખ બન્યા તો સેવક ઓછા મટી ગયા છે? Because I became the president, that did not stop me remaining as a sevak. He remained as a sevak all his life. 45 years later, at perhaps one of the most historic and celebrated moments of his life, when for the first time a traditional stone temple was being inaugurated in London, the first one in the entire Western Hemisphere. It was as if it was a peak point of Hindu Dharma. That's when worldwide studios came for a special interview of PramukhSwami Maharaj. I remember under the dome of the temple, worldwide studio was going to screen this interview in multiple language to many countries, and in a way that we had never thought of before. When the reporter asked PramukhSwami, ધ્યાનથી સાંભળવા જેવો છે આ પ્રશ્ન. When the reporter asked PramukhSwami Maharaj that as the guru of millions, how do you see your role as? કરોડોના ગુરુ તરીકે તમે તમારી ભૂમિકા કેવી જુઓ છો? ત્યારે PramukhSwami said, કરોડોના ગુરુ તો એક ભગવાન છે, અમે તો એમના સેવક છીએ, અને સેવક તરીકે અમારી ભૂમિકા ફક્ત સેવા કરવાની છે. The guru of millions is God and I am just a sevak, and as a sevak my role is just to do seva. His intentions were so beautiful of seva. But there are so many people on this earth and so many leaders whose intentions are pure and beautiful. But that's what they remain, just beautiful intentions. PramukhSwami's intentions were backed by actions. His intentions were beautiful, but his actions were even more beautiful. All his life, PramukhSwami Maharaj has traveled through more than 17,500 villages and towns just to uplift humanity. All his life, he has visited almost 250,000 homes, Padramnis, just to uplift humanity. All his life, he has written 750,000 of letters and read them to help people. All his life, PramukhSwami Maharaj has met and counseled, talked to millions of people. All his life, he has lived for others and breathed for others. His intentions and actions were unique. But it did not just end there. His intentions were not limited to himself and his actions were not just personal. The power of PramukhSwami's seva was his ability to create a voice, to create a force of volunteerism. He actually turned spirituality into a social force of a mass spirit of volunteerism and seva. PramukhSwami created perhaps one of the largest selfless seva and bhavana that the world has ever seen. And in that we can see that PramukhSwami was backed by his team of hundreds of sadhus, thousands of selfless volunteers, and millions of devotees and well-wishers who joined in the seva of PramukhSwami Maharaj. His intentions were not limited to just personal seva or personal actions, but they were left and given to the world. To such an extent that his mere spirit and voice motivated thousands and thousands. સેવા કેવી કરવાની હોય કે જેમાં લાખો માણસ સેવામાં જોડાઈ શકે. In 1979, during the Morbi Dam disaster, just imagine one radio appeal, the mere voice of PramukhSwami Maharaj motivated thousands of volunteers who left everything and rushed to Morbi to do seva. In the year 2001, when the Gujarat earthquake came, and the earthquake was devastating, the Chief Minister of Gujarat, Keshubai Patel, phoned PramukhSwami. અને પ્રમુખસ્વામીને કીધું કે ભુજની અંદર ભયંકર ભૂકંપ થયો છે. That is the time PramukhSwami said, સાહેબ અમારા રસોડા તો ક્યારના શરૂ થઈ ગયા છે. Before the Chief Minister could inform, in matter of hours, PramukhSwami had inspired kitchens to feed thousands in Bhuj. But feeding was not enough. Rescue was not enough. PramukhSwami created a band of volunteers who reached 409 villages and towns to supply relief supplies. But not just rescue and relief. He created rehabilitation, the first organization that created temporary shelters for people, a seva bhavna jo. But it wasn't limited to rehabilitation. From the end of spectrum to one end to the other end, from rescue, relief, rehabilitation to reconstruction of 4,500 houses by creating 15 villages and colonies, that was inspired by PramukhSwami Maharaj. It did not end with reconstruction, complete restoration of human dignity. Every person actually could walk back. The victims found their own lives because of PramukhSwami Maharaj. But his spirit and his seva was not just limited to earthquake in India. But I want to remind all of us who are present here that when in 2022, long after physically PramukhSwami has left this earth, I want to remind you that his spirit is present. When the Ukraine war broke out in February, our beloved Prime Minister Modi Sahib at midnight called us and said, શું કહ્યું ખબર છે કે હું પ્રમુખસ્વામીને યાદ કરીને આપને કહું છું કે આપણા હજારો યુવાનો યુક્રેનમાં ફસાઈ ગયા છે, તો તમે કાં પોલેન્ડ, રોમેનિયા, હંગેરી કે સ્લોવેકિયામાં કંઈક એક રાહત કેમ્પ કરો. રાતના 12:30 વાગે સાહેબનો ફોન આવ્યો છે અને મહંત સ્વામીની પ્રેરણાથી 6 કલાકની અંદર પોલેન્ડની અંદર યુદ્ધ મધ્યે જો સેવામય કેમ્પ શરૂ થતો હોય તો મહંત સ્વામીનો પ્રતાપ છે. I want to tell you, the spirit and faith that PramukhSwami has created and Mahantswami's shoulders is unique. Even during Corona, worldwide activities which were inspired by Mahantswami Maharaj beggars description. But I want to emphasize one fact. याद रहे कि डिजास्टर रिलीफ जे मोटा मोटा लगभग 50 कैम्प में प्रमुखस्वामी ने महंतस्वामी द्वारा संस्थाए सेवा करी छे. That is just one of the 160 humanitarian activities that the BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha does. Just one. If you want to see what BAPS Swaminarayan Sanstha does to the inspiration of PramukhSwami and Mahantswami Maharaj, then it will be seen in the thousands of bottles of blood that is donated every year by BAPS volunteers to the world. It is seen on the shining faces of young children, thousands of students who study and are educated by more than 25 BAPS schools and chatralayas and more than 100 BAPS schools that have been funded by BAPS to change the future of youngsters. If you want to see what seva that PramukhSwami has inspired, we should look at and measure it through the health of the patients who are treated by more than 25 hospitals, clinics and mobile vans that BAPS runs and manages and reaches out people with. You can see the seva in the flourishing of millions of trees which are planted for environment protection, and the flourishing of people who have been having the confidence to quit addictions and who have reclaimed their lives in millions. And it can also be seen in the families and individuals in millions who have wedded themselves to a loving, peaceful life, because Mahantswami believes that there is nothing greater than harmony in your home. This is the seva that all the greats have inspired and Mahantswami showed us. In summarizing, that the seva that PramukhSwami does through Mahantswami Maharaj and Mahantswami does through these volunteers is completely beyond description. But APJ Abdul Kalam defined it so well, and I want to end with that idea. He says very simply that those who live of others are low and evil. જે બીજા ને બોજારૂપ થઈને જીવે છે તે દાનવ છે. Those who live for themselves are humans. જે કેવળ પોતા માટે જીવે છે એ માનવ છે. And those who live for others are superhumans. જે બીજા માટે જીવે છે એ મહામાનવ છે. And then Kalam said, saints like PramukhSwami Maharaj, who create people like you, satsangis like you and volunteers like you who live for others, are Devi Purush. That's why he used to call PramukhSwami PramukhSwami Maharaj, because he created a society who lived for others. And I wanted to emphasize that when PramukhSwami Maharaj has shared his spirit, his intentions, his actions for universal peace and seva, let me end with this idea that once after the opening of Transcendence in Mumbai, and Kalam wasn't present, but his co-author, Professor Arun Tiwari, was present. So Kalam told Arun Tiwari ji, so Tiwari, you think because you have written a book on PramukhSwami, you know who PramukhSwami is, correct? Tiwari Sahib said, no sir, I'm a small man, मैं छोटा आदमी हूँ. Kalam said, no, you are giving wise speeches. So can you summarize PramukhSwami in one line? Shantiti Sambarjo, summarize PramukhSwami in one line. So what Tiwari ji said, sir, there are three types of saints. One saint is a saint who read the scriptures. Sant je shastro vanje che. The other saint knows the scriptures. Eva sant che je shastro jane che e vadar mahan che. Third, who is a scripture. Third, who lives the scriptures. જેવા ત્રીજા સંત છે જે શાસ્ત્ર પ્રમાણે જીવે છે, એક શાસ્ત્ર વાંચે છે, શાસ્ત્ર જાણે છે અને શાસ્ત્ર પ્રમાણે જીવે છે. PramukhSwami is a saint who is a scripture himself. When Tiwari said this, then Kalam said 50%. I was standing next to him and I got, flabbergasted. 50% for such a great answer? Kalam said, Tiwari, you have forgotten the ultimate seva of PramukhSwami. PramukhSwami Maharaj is a saint who is like a boat who carries millions of us across the ocean of life. Mahantswami Maharaj is a saint who is like a boat who carries millions of us across the ocean of life. That is his ultimate seva. And I want to tell each one of us present here, we don't need a scripture to identify Mahantswami. Let me remind you of the Arab officer. He told me, just look at the face of your Guru. Just look at the face of your Guru, and in that face, you will see all the spirituality of the universe. Mahantswami Maharaj reflects the spirituality of universe that carries us across the ocean of life, I would just like to emphasize one fact, that Swami, thank you for being born on this earth today. Your birth on our earth makes our life special and makes our life safer. Thank you, Swami, for being born on this earth today. Thank you very much.